that. Look at that. Solved it. I solved it. Ah, yes, David, you're the best. Never let anybody doubt you ever again, David. All right, at 4 minutes.
Okay.
Also, don't put anything stupid as the fucking cold open.
And welcome back to the second half of the Not Good Enough podcast, episode 49.
Oh, it's not the second half. What is the second half? Well, it's part B.
Yeah, it's the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is overpopulation solved, according to Dave.
Overpopulation solved.
Okay.
Say it. That's the way.
So yes, this is the part where we're going to talk about another open-ended question. You guys love it so much. So the question for this week is, when does scientific research become unethical?
Unethical. Let's see. So this can go a lot of many ways. Obviously, with the title, we have to talk about overpopulation. Obviously, there's no way around it. But
how is that scientific research?
Scientifically, according to
here we go. Now, mind you guys. I got here, and then we talk about what do we want to talk about. Zero research is done. Okay, absolutely. And go.
According to Sir Thanos, MD, our resources are depleting rapidly. We are using our non-renewable resources much faster than our you know what I meant, bitch. As I was finishing the sentence in my head before I said it, I'm like, this is some stupid shit. It's not gonna make any sense. So I'm gonna get the whatever. Fuck, you know what I meant before
we're using our non-renewable resources much faster than we're using our renewable resources.
Much faster than our renewable resources are renewing.
Huh.
All right, basically fossil fuels, right?
Yes.
So fossil fuels are, what we use for gasoline and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Basically like very compressed fossils that have been there for thousands of years, basically hundreds of thousands of years. And they get compressed, and then, we mine that, and then we get oil. So we are using a large portion of that to make cars, to make sure that they run, to make everything that we basically use on a daily basis. Anything you can think of, transportation, jobs, everything. So we're using that at a rapid rate, and we're gonna run out soon, and we don't have a viable other source to get these resources so we could continue our lifestyles. Not only that, we're drinking water. Only a percentage of the world is viable drinking water.
Yeah.
We don't drink water from the fucking ocean.
Fresh water is a
depleting resource.
It's a non-renewable resource. Yeah, it's a shit. What?
Think about it.
No, there was a phrase. There's a term that it's called. I don't remember what it's called. But anyway,
you'll put it up on the screen.
Maybe.
He's like, I don't want to write shit down.
But it's a resource that it's like a fossil fuel, right? It's that type of element or something like that, because it's we don't have enough of it compared to how much that we're consuming. We have to process our own drinking water in order for everybody to drink water.
Drink water, wash our hands, shower. That's all drinking water. They don't taste the same, but
you wouldn't know anyway because you don't drink water.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you don't shower. Yo, I was about to get mad just spent. I'm like, yo, Andy, what are you talking about?
And you don't shower either.
Oh, of course. But whenever I do shower, first thing I do, It just doesn't taste like
and
water.
then
Exactly, it tastes awful. But yeah, we're depleting those resources fast, and then also we're just running out of land to do shit. I mean, all of our cities have to become vertical now because we can't expand horizontally because there's no land
Mhm.
at all. So if we kill like 50% of the population, it'll be mad unethical, but it'll solve an issue. And I feel like,
But how is that a scientific research?
well,
I
scientifically,
think
it's been
you are
proven that we are depleting these resources. We already depleted the ozone layer. Like we're depleting everything because we're we're growing as a species,
right.
we're evolving, and we're adding a lot of technology and electronics to our lifestyle,
Uh-huh.
right? And it's been proven that during the industrial revolution, our CO2 emissions have
Mhm.
grown exponentially. So we're running into this problem already. And we're the ones that are causing climate change. We're the main factor into climate change.
Mhm.
And the issue that is blatant out there can't be done because it's unethical. And I feel like it crosses the line when it puts like people's lives at stake. That's when it becomes unethical and when it impedes in somebody's like privacy. But it doesn't make it right. I mean, obviously we could solve or at least slow down considerably a lot of issues if we just kill half the people.
I still don't see how any of this is like scientific research.
Scientific research, I just said the CO2 emissions were depleting resources, were were a main factor into climate change. That's all scientific research that's
S-
been done, that has been proven.
Scientific research as in like cloning, like DNA
Like gene splicing.
manipulation, gene splicing.
Well, yeah, that's another topic.
Those,
Yeah, we'll get into it in a couple
but
minutes. But if we kill half the people, Andy,
that's again, David. I love you, buddy, but it's like your go-to Pokemon card is kill 50%. We're trying to figure out what we want for dinner. Kill 50%. Stop it.
Yes. Well, I mean that crosses a line. Obviously, it's unethical to kill half the people.
I
in the
think
world.
it's yes, that crosses the line. I believe.
Let's start with the blatant line cross, and then let's go into the more
and then,
subtle.
and then start reeling it
we'll
back.
start backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
okay.
start
Sure.
we'll start with the most
Okay.
with the least controversial. It's like obviously it's unethical, and then we'll end with the most controversial.
Okay.
So like cloning. You want to talk about cloning?
Sure.
Damn, now we have to go 50% of the clones. Do they count?
I mean, what crosses the line? Personally, I think that it's anything that's like for the greater good. Anything
crosses the line. Anything that's really great and good. You're out of that line, buddy. you gotta go.
No. I wasn't even listening to what you're saying. Anything that it's like for the greater good of like mankind, not killing half of the humans because that's not
for the greater good.
Killing people off is not good for mankind.
It is.
That's unethical. But is that even crossing a line though?
Killing half the people?
Killing
I
half
hope
the people.
not. I wish it wasn't.
But then you got other people that doing like scientific studies on humans. Like, does that cross the line? I mean, people do like medical research all the time. Is that crossing the line?
I feel
it's
like
medical studies and whatnot.
I feel like some people want it to cross the line when it comes to specific things like cloning and stuff like that. They feel like it's like, well, you can't just take my DNA and make another one of me. But it's like, I feel like a lot of these things are okay if you have like permission. Fuck the government. I ain't talking about the government. I'm talking about like the people that you're cloning. Like if they, let's say a scientist comes knocks on my door tomorrow and he's like, "Yo, we stole DNA from you and we just made a clone of you," and I'm like, "Do you got to kill him immediately?" I would
Mhm.
get angry because I'd be like, "Yo, you didn't even like ask me." I would have
Mhm.
said, "Yeah, we would should have
Damn, there
asked
was
you."
a movie. I it was something about that. I don't think Will Smith was in it.
I Am Legend.
No.
That's like
It
the only
was
movie
it
I know.
was he was in that movie, but
He sure was. He
uh
sure was in that movie.
he was a legend. Yes. Um I don't remember who or what this movie was called.
Uh
But it was about like this super soldier. It wasn't. It was like a sniper.
huh.
Black forces and all this, right? Um, and then they ended up cloning this person
Uh huh.
because they were like aging out. So then they were like fighting their younger, more
This
like
sounds like the Will Smith movie that came out like 2 years ago.
maybe
Yeah.
it was that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he fights like his younger self.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Oh, it was Will Smith. Okay,
God
so
damn it.
yeah.
It was I Am Legend.
That's not I Am Legend. God damn it. Fuck. um.
I feel like that's crossing the line. But if they came tomorrow and they asked me like, "Yo, we're working on this thing. We want to see if we can close somebody. Are you okay with that?" I'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine." I feel like that doesn't cross the line. Now, if they like, it would cross the line if they use that for like, malpractice. No, like for malintent. If they have malintentions, you know, I feel like that's like if they're making a clone of the president to like kill the president and then like have the clone take over. That's crossing a line, G. You know,
But
that's a line
then,
crosser.
but then, if we're talking about clones, it's a clone. It is. It is an identical replica of that person.
Yeah, it's an
But
identical.
now,
You can't
how
transfer
much?
memories though.
How much? How much of a clone? Well, we don't know that because
No,
we haven't cloned a human.
we would have to have a cloning and then a memory like retrieving process, kind of like some like Black Mirror shit, where you could put all your memories into like a cookie and your consciousness into like a cookie, and then you like implant it.
Mm. Hmm.
Yeah, I was.
I got what
Let's
you're
see, I
saying.
was having a rough go with that
Um,
sentence.
yeah, I mean, like,
That'd be crossing the line though.
well, now it's all gray area
It
because,
is a gray area. That's the shit.
like, I don't know, for physically replicating a person, replicating their mind too. I mean, does that really matter? The is it unethical in these ways? Like, you
See,
got.
it's a gray area, like you said. Cause can you imagine, like, damn, Black Mirror really hints on this like topic, kind of. They don't really like solve any issues, but it's like a very good episodes. But basically, these people are getting really old. They're like 80, 90, right? Then in that world, they have like this system where you can upload your consciousness and all your stuff
Hmm.
into like this cloud that then puts you in like, let's just call it like a VR game, whatever, like a realistic, like you're controlling that character with your body and stuff, but it's like younger versions,
Mm.
and that's their like retirement. They're like all dead basically, but they're in that thing. And San Junipero or whatever it's called, the episode's called, and it's that shit's interesting because it's like we might move into that one day if we have like some type of like
Mm.
memory consciousness retrieval
Hmm.
type shit.
Yeah, there's actually
And I feel like that would be crossing a line.
there's a show that's all about that. I think it's like Upload or something like that.
Mm.
Is whatever the name was. Um,
How do you think that's crossing the line? I feel like it's crossing the line because it blurs the lines with like, are we actually dead or are you not dead?
yeah, it really makes you think when it comes to that because that's like a different step of like freezing your cryogenically frozen body.
Ah, like Walt Disney.
Yeah, like Walt Disney is. Fact.
Facts. Fucking Illuminati comes after us before we end
Yeah,
the episode.
yeah, like a couple floors down underneath Club 33 at Disney for show.
For sure.
Yeah,
You ever
fact.
been in there, bro? It's cold as fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
So but the thing is that
uh,
it blurs lines that where it's like if you don't know this person's actually dead or not. because they uploaded their consciousness now. How are we gonna kill 50% of the world if we don't know the dead?
So that's exactly what I was talking about. Is that show? It was on Amazon, and like it's a way to save the person, but if they're like dying or something like that, you can just like extract their memories, basically their mind, and then they're uploaded to they become in the digital form, and they're like at this retirement place or something like that, right? Like this paradise or whatever. But then, of course, it's all like corporate shit. It's like situations with like Amazon now and all that, like where you have like a data plan, and like it's very expensive to keep
Yeah.
this person going. Like if you want to do all this shit, you got to make sure that you don't run out of data or whatever. But then the 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 person that's in there, what is
See,
it? They're
and
at the mercy of like everybody.
exactly,
Mhm.
they being controlled that way. Like, I mean, ethically,
Mhm.
that's more. It's an unethical for sure to be able to control somebody else's life. But then you're
Mhm.
saying, well, they're already dead in the real world. But
Mhm.
if you have like somebody, you upload their consciousness and their body, basically their mind, into like this cloud type thing,
Yeah.
and you make that like a paradise. I mean, what's
Mhm.
stopping the people that are in the real world from like hearing about this afterlife?
Mhm.
And they're saying, well, I'm just gonna kill myself now. I mean, because
Mhm.
I'd rather just go into this paradise, afterlife. My life in the real world is shitty.
Mhm.
Like, if we have that now, what's stopping me from like Kurt Cobaining myself right now? Boom, just go into this paradise and be
Oh
like,
shit, he wasn't plugged in. Oh, poor David.
yeah. See, but then, I mean, what even happens? Think about it. Well, I mean, because
Oh,
they're controlling the shit inside the thing, but what's
listen.
happening in the real world? Because you have to
Oh,
keep a
I
server
could
up.
totally see how this would be like. They would have like a promo for join now. So we can we'll give a stipend to your family members,
Mm.
because we're saving space on this planet. So join now, become digital,
Become
and
digital.
and
Oh
enjoy
Lord.
the afterlife where hunger isn't needed or anything like that.
Hunger isn't needed.
Or you aren't hungry because you're digital, right? You don't have to eat, you don't have to sleep, you
Oh,
can do
fuck that. I
whatever.
better eat, bitch.
Well,
I'm
you can
I'm
eat
a
if you want,
I'm
but
a
it's not
fat boy.
needed.
I need a taste buds.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could totally see that, and then I could totally see how everybody is like up in arms about any subject these days. They could be up in arms about that. It's like
Sensitive
it. This
motherfuckers.
is unethical. We are killing people off. This isn't normal. This isn't human.
See,
Blah blah blah.
I think we're at
This
that
isn't in
state.
God's image. Oh my God. Blah blah blah.
I think we're in that state where, like, if that would have happened, like now, like in the
Mhm.
next coming months, they come out, join now, become digital. I
Mhm.
feel like, yes, we will still hear about those people that are like, this is blasphemy,
Mhm.
unethical, blah blah. But I feel like right now, as a society, we're much more accepting of that than anything else. I feel like a lot of people, like a surprising amount of people, will be like, I'm fine with that.
Absolutely not, man.
You don't think so? I think
No.
in this
No.
society we're in right now, a surprising amount of people will be okay with that.
David, people are still trying to control women's bodies. There's no way in hell that accepting killing people to make them digital would ever be okay.
I'm not saying
You-
it's okay. I'm saying there's gonna be a surprising amount of
no,
people that are
nobody's
accepting of that idea.
nobody's gonna
Buddy,
overwhelmingly accept it.
I'm not saying overwhelmingly or a majority or even half. I'm saying a surprising amount
Oh,
of people. Like, you think it would just be one random like school shooter? Nah, bro. It's like random people, like a surprising amount of people. I feel like would accept
really?
that. In the society we're in right now, if it was like 10 years ago, absolutely not. But what the fuck are you doing? We barely got 4K. But now, Yeah, bro. I feel like a surprising amount of people will be okay with that. And I feel like in about 20 years, I feel like at least half.
It's gonna be like Ready Player One.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh my god, you should. It's pretty good.
Hey, I feel like I feel like
Yeah,
we're in
you
that
should watch
stage
it today. As soon as we're
today.
done here. So
I
because you're not going into work.
I don't know yet.
This guy.
So I mean, I feel like a surprising amount of people, even how unethical it is. As a society, I'm under the impression that we're moving a little bit away from the ethicalness. I mean, we see it with COVID and shit. Like, obviously, I got the vaccine. I'm right with the vaccine. I'm okay with vaccines.
You weren't gonna get the vaccine.
Nah, bitch, motherfucker. And then you said we can only do this podcast with the vaccine. And I was like, all right, cool.
Mhm.
Like, I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
vaccines though. Like, I get the flu shot every year since I turned 18. My mom didn't want me to get a flu shot before.
Really?
Yeah. So I've been getting a flu shot every day or every
What's
every
your-
day I get a flu shot. Nah.
Well, you gotta make sure they're good.
Yeah, I've gotten my Hep C shot. I've gotten my Hep AB. I've gotten my I think no, not pneumonia.
I mean-
Tdap. I've gotten all that. So
Did you get vaccines when you were a baby?
yeah, everybody gets vaccines when they're a baby.
The way that people react about vaccines, it sounds like they never
don't know.
ever
Bruh,
had vaccines before in their life.
I checked the Florida database because I have access to it, dude. Literally, like the day after I was born, I got like 4 shots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I got like
it's scientifically proven.
I got like
that,
measles and like some other shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So, do you think that these people that are like anti-vaxxers and whatnot have ever gotten vaccines?
yes, I
'Cause-
think they've got it. I
Because
feel like
I'm
you've-
pretty sure that they have gotten shots when they were a kid and growing up
100%.
and whatnot. And now that they're an adult and they have their own children, they're like, I'm not going to do that to my kid, blah, blah, blah.
Unless they were born in a bathtub or like in a hospital that doesn't do vaccines, which is weird. But and then their parents sheltered them forever, and then like they were aware of any like guy in a lab coat when they're walking on the sidewalk, just like randomly stick them. They're walking like, got them. Nah, see, but the thing is, I'm okay with vaccines, but I feel like it's a little bit unethical to be forcing people to get vaccines to do like we haven't gotten to the point where like you need vaccines to go to the grocery store, but I feel like in this day and age, I wouldn't
In
be
this
surprised.
country.
In this country, yes, of course, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow, bro, they're like you need a vaccine to get into the grocery store. I won't be
Well,
surprised.
Here's the problem with this country. It's a lot of these people are entitled because of quote freedom.
Quote freedom, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not even the most free country.
No, by far it's not. But it's like the idea of freedom's like, oh, I can do whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, in theory, yes, you can.
Yes.
Everything has a consequence, though.
Yes.
Yeah, you can, kill somebody, sure, but
Kill half of the world.
sure, you can try.
Just pin it down on one guy.
Sure.
What does it mean?
You
It was
know,
Thanos.
But I mean, oh my god,
See, I'm not talking about like, not public, private corporations doing it because they have the right to do it. That's their right to have employees be vaccinated or not. But it's when it's like, I feel like it crosses the line when it's something that you need. Like, can you imagine? They're like, we're not gonna give you electricity unless you get vaccinated. We're obviously not at that point. This is an extreme that I'm going to, but I feel like that's when it crosses the line when it's something that you need.
That would be weird and very extreme. But there are companies now that you know of that are
not offering services.
Are requiring
Vaccination status.
employees to be vaccinated, and people have been
Not even just employees though. I'm talking about customers. Like in New York, there's a lot of places that you have to show your vaccine card before you can even enter.
Oh yeah. Well, especially over like in UK and shit.
Yeah, like I'm alright with that because it's a private company, so they have the right to refuse service to you for whatever the fuck reason.
It's true.
So I don't have an issue with that Because honestly,
Yeah, no, it's
if you go to an Italian restaurant and you're not vaccinated, or and they're like, "Oh, you got to show your vaccine card," you're like, "I'm not vaccinated," and they kick you out. It's like, I mean, you can be mad just because everybody gets mad at whatever, but you don't have like the right. People, I see videos all the time of people being refused service because they're not vaccinated, or they're not wearing a mask or whatever, and they're like, "This is my right to be here," and it's like, it's really not, because you don't. I mean, this is a private company for an like needable service. You don't need to
hmm
eat this fucking brick oven pizza. You don't need
yeah,
it. You need food, but you
yeah,
have other access to food. There's other restaurants, there's grocery
hmm
stores, there's other places you can go to get
sure,
food. When they cut out necessities, I feel like that's when it crosses the line. That's when it turns unethical. But I'm perfectly fine
sure,
with
and but
private companies
the
cutting
people in
out.
this country, they don't know the difference.
No, of course not.
No.
They think this is a public property. And it's like, no, the fuck it's not. It's
hmm
not public property. This is a fucking McDonald's. They own this property.
yeah.
Yeah, you're done.
hmm
You know.
Oh my God. Um, I just keep on thinking about like everything that's going on in this country right now, as far as like vaccines and COVID, because there's that new wave that's coming out.
Yo, it sounds scary as fuck too. Have you know? Omicron. Oh shit! It's Omicron.
Well, actually, I heard that it's like some type of letter or
Yeah, it's from the Greek alphabet.
right, but it wasn't the next one. They had to skip like two. Did you hear about that?
No,
They had to skip
I was
like two
wondering.
letters, because like the next one would have been G X I,
Uh
but that's like the leader of China's last name.
huh. They're like, yo.
So they skipped that one, and then like the following one, they also had to skip it because it was new NU.
Huh? New?
So it would have been like the new COVID.
The new COVID variant.
The yeah, the new yeah, so the general population of this country and
Is
everywhere else
stupid.
wouldn't have understood that. So they went on to this one.
There's a new one. What's it called? It's
Yeah,
called new. It ain't. I know it's new, but what's it called? It's called new.
yeah.
But what's it called?
So even now people can't even fucking pronounce it. I haven't really
Omicron? I've never actually heard it
I
out loud. I'm
haven't
just
tried to
I've
pronounce it
seen,
yet.
yeah, I've seen the spelling once.
Omicron.
I think it's Omicron. It sounds fucking. I almost said delicious. Wow, it sounds scary as fuck.
hmm
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So kind of, um, anxious to hear about how this is going. It's already in this country.
Yeah, I feel like
This,
we're crossing that
and of
ethical
course,
line.
did
We're
you hear
getting
about the
closer.
motherfucker that got it
Who?
in this country?
Who?
He was like, from Michigan or something like that.
Makes sense.
Because or like there's like one in California.
Uh-huh.
There's like two at least right now, in like California, and it's like one in Michigan or something like that, because they traveled to New York. They were in South America, which is where it's like really rampant right now.
Oh, of course.
So they were in South America, but then they traveled to New York for an anime convention with 50 some other thousand people in attendance. I might have been mixing up those two cases about the South America, but that one motherfucker was in New York for an anime convention. 4 days later or whatever, tested positive for this new variant or whatever. God damn it, man. But here's the thing. That guy was vaccinated.
Yeah, I mean it's not impossible to get
Yeah. And if you guys are watching, the three of you,
two. I'm the third.
oh, we
one.
just watched. Oh,
I'm the third one.
hey, good to meet you.
Hey.
All right, the two others. If y'all are watching, pay attention to this at least. Vaccines don't prevent you from getting sick. They prevent you from dying. You know,
Possibly.
it boosts.
You could disclaimer. You could still die from.
I
other,
mean,
from other
it doesn't
shit.
make you immortal,
You're fucking invulnerable and shit.
but it boosts your system to be prepared for this virus.
But
Right?
when you do get it, because we
That's
have a lot of
what
stupid people.
vaccines do. And people just don't understand that, which I don't know why.
And I feel like that's why we're crossing into the unethicalness.
Because
of
people
science,
don't
because
understand
people are
it.
stupid. They don't understand anything. So they're like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna do some ethical shit and then have to explain to people that aren't gonna understand. It's just gonna ridicule me
For their own good.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna do some unethical shit, not explain it, and then they can go suck my dick. I would do the same thing, honestly.
But if they don't want to be saved, just hurt them over there and
Kill them. Kill half of them.
no, just let
Fuck.
them kill themselves.
Oh, that's too long.
Well,
They still gotta eat and drink water.
no, they're going to be over there. Just don't give them the Britas.
Here's what we do. We put all of the people that we draft. We do a draft. 50% of the population.
Oh boy.
We draft 50% of the. Look, this is the. I'm doing.
They got rid of the draft, right?
Hold on. I'm doing the name of the episode.
You're talking about the lottery, right?
I'm doing the name of the episode. We draft 50% of the population, right? Everybody gets an equal chance. When they get one ticket in this raffle, they get drafted. We put them all. They might not fit. We put them all in Puerto Rico. Then
They're not going to fit.
we build decks and docks around Puerto Rico, and then we just drop one little nuke. We got rid of Puerto Rico. That's a plus. We get rid of 50% of the population. That's good. And then we could fucking fix everything else. Everything else is solved right there.
I mean, completely by chance.
80% of the
you got most of the smart people you just wiped out. Everybody else that's still
you
around.
You need dumb people though. You know what motivates me?
I mean, we really don't need dumb people.
We need dumb people.
What
motivates me is seeing dumb people saying, I don't want to fucking be like them. So I become educated. I'm possibly one of those dumb people. Everybody's dumb to somebody else. Or maybe I just act dumb. I did tell you I thrive on low expectations.
Yeah, it's sad. It's such a sad existence.
You wouldn't fucking know. Look, all I know is if we draft based on an IQ test, we're just gonna. I feel like we're just gonna be an issue, bro. All the dumb people are just gonna get their guns out and they're just gonna start shooting. It's gonna be war. But if we do 50%, equal chance. 50%.
Unethical. What other type of scientific research?
Probably growing a baby from like nothing. Not like cloning. Because cloning is just duplicating.
Like in vitro?
Embryo?
Is that what it's called? In vitro? Like going in
using the embryo? Yeah, like almost a sickle cell anemia. What's that called? A fertilized egg.
Zygote?
No, zygote is genitalia. Hold on a second. Keep talking. I'll Google this.
So I think I think what Dave is trying to say is the
okay. It's a fertilized egg.
Huh.
I'm thinking of something else. There's another thing that sounds just like that. It's for genitalia.
Yeah.
It's like a funny word.
Look at me knowing words.
Yeah, but you can't do any math. But dear Lord, and he knows some scientific
numbers,
fucking vocabulary.
No, numbers don't check.
So yeah, like a zygote, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like getting a zygote and then just like building a baby to have whatever properties that you want.
So are you talking?
Like that's unethical.
All right. So
like create a character, like on an
build
RPG.
A bear.
Yeah,
build a baby.
Yeah.
So you're talking about gene DNA engineering.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
that's fucked.
Gene splicing. Is it?
That's fucked. If we can start making Build-A-Bear babies, I feel offended. You're telling me I got a big ass head. I got fucking a big ass forehead. It's kind of all together. I'm short as shit, and I'm like kind of ugly. You telling me that we get to get rid of all of that DNA wise? What happened to me, bro? You left me out. Why all the new babies get a new chance? How come I got the fucking the OG, God don't give about and care about you, but now we playing God.
And all the generations before you say that about you.
Yeah, but I wasn't a Build-A-Bear.
You always want it better for your
Fuck
child.
them. I want best for me. I don't have a kid yet. I don't got a best for anybody.
But I mean,
when I have a kid, I'll be like, okay. But I'm not gonna. If he comes out
okay, look at that kid got a 5 head just like me.
Yeah,
it is mine.
If he comes out with a 5 head, I don't want to have the option of being like, fuck. Well, let's kill him and let's try again with this DNA engineering.
Terrible. Terrible. I don't know. I mean, well, is that good or bad? Because you can have hang on. You can have you can engineer
Think about it.
a child, and so they would still have all your framework basically for the DNA, but then they can eliminate any type of cancerous traits that you have in hereditary. They could, clean out whatever and whatever.
You see, it sounds nice, but I think it's fucked.
Those are a lot of positives that could actually happen.
I don't
they
think
can
it's
clean out the DNA.
I
and
don't think
whatnot.
it's a positive.
So what's not positive about it?
Where's the equal chance? Where's the survival of the fittest if we just fucking engineer these new kids, this new generation to be basically perfect? They don't have to worry about any type of disease. Great.
Why is that a bad thing?
What do you mean, why is that a bad thing?
Because you're left out?
Yeah. All of the population, as of right now, every single person on this earth is left out of that.
That's the better for the species.
No, better of nothing.
David.
Andy, what makes life is having the possibility of anything could happen. When you get rid of a big ass chunk of negative opportunities that could happen to you, then what is the meaning of life? What is the point of feeling alive if you can't feel alive when you're not vulnerable? Don't you feel most alive when you're vulnerable? You get that rush without the caffeine, like natural rush. Your adrenal glands are fucking working into that fight or flight. You don't get that rush when you're vulnerable?
I mean, these kids would still have that.
Will they?
Yeah.
Are we also going to manufacture situations so they can get their rush?
David, I don't think you know what you're talking about.
No, bro. We need the vulnerability in our lives. We need that vulnerability in our lives. That is what makes our lives our lives.
Listen, man, every day is a coin flip. I mean,
exactly. You're getting rid of the coin flip.
No, you're not. Even it's just less of a probability, because of a sickness or something like that. And they could still get sick. So
they get a common cold. They're not gonna die with all the medicine that we have nowadays. We need people to die, Andy. We need people to die.
All right, you can be the first one.
Good, bitch.
I can finally sleep in on Sundays.
You say that, but you're gonna have to wake up at 5 and feed the cats.
Yeah, go back to bed. Anyway, I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere with this guy because he's always playing the Thanos card.
Well, I'm solving overpopulation. You named the episode this. You named the episode this. You said we will name the episode this, and I was like, okay,
because you said it. So, when does scientific research become unethical? Is the question, and David is
clearly has some
stating we just need to do a coin flip for everybody, and 50%.
I'm trying to get a big house for cheap. And if there's all these people out in the real estate market, I'm just trying to get a big house for cheap. And if half the population's gone, there's more land for everybody. Things are gonna get cheaper because there's not that much competition.
Anyway,
I'm just looking out for myself, as we all should do.
you know, odds are, man, you're the first one for the coin flip, and then you get like tails, and then you're done.
All I want is head.
Yep, that's all you want, and then you get tails. Boom, you're out, and then everybody's like,
I'll be in the afterlife. I'll be uploaded to the cloud in the afterlife.
No, because you were against that, so that was never, implemented. So then your body's just on the ground.
When did I become leader?
Hey, you're the first one because this was your idea.
Okay, I feel like if it's my idea, then maybe I should just get the automatic heads.
No, because you wanted a 50-50 chance, and that's clearly a 50-50 chance. So what happens is...
A 50-50 chance that this idea was going to get implemented.
And it happened. So that was heads. And then you were like, all right, my turn. Flip. Tails. Bloop. Done.
No. That's...
Hold up. And then everybody around you are like...
Let's not do this idea
This fucking dude, this is his idea. Let's go home. And everybody just leaves.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to flip the coin. It's going to land on tails. And then I'll do this shit right here. Yeah, I'll land tails. And I go... All right, we got heads, boys.
Anyway, that's going to be our episode because I'm not getting anywhere with this guy.
We'll catch you next week when we talk about hopefully something not scientific, so I don't have to keep talking about this overpopulation issue.
Exactly.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Pretty sure that's going to be your solution to it.
Yeah. Just kill 50% of our episodes.
Just delete half of the episode.
We're already cutting in 50-50. Part A, part B.
Coin flip to see which half actually airs this week. Anyway, we'll see you next time on the Not Good Enough podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.